Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into some of nature's hidden geniuses, creatures and systems that challenge what we think intelligence really is. Think about ants solving mathematical problems with no
Mm-hmm.
central leader. It's astonishing.
Absolutely. I mean, it's wild that tiny ants navigate with GPS level accuracy using chemical trails. How do you think they pull that off?
Well, it's like they create these sort of biological internet networks through pheromones that guide millions of individuals. They're solving what's essentially a navigation algorithm that engineers still marvel at today, all without a brain like ours at the
Yeah,
helm.
right. And the scale is mind blowing. A single ant colony can have more individuals than, say, New York City, and yet they handle traffic flow and resource planning flawlessly. It's almost like watching a living city operate.
Exactly, and that brings us to how these ants optimize for efficiency. They calculate the shortest routes. It's like nature's version of Google Maps. They're doing this through simple chemical cues that add up to a super advanced system, a sort of collective intelligence.
Mm-hmm. I get that, but don't you think it's a bit overstated to claim it's intelligence? Aren't these just instinctual behaviors refined over millions of years?
You raise a fair point, but I'd argue that even instinctual behaviors can be defined as a kind of intelligence, distributed and often far beyond what we'd consider conscious thought. It's like um, a team of tiny engineers working together
Yeah,
seamlessly without needing a leader.
fair enough. And then there's the octopus, a creature that really takes distributed intelligence to another level, right?
Absolutely. The octopus is a prime example. With 8 arms, each acting like an independent brain and 3 hearts pumping its unique blue blood, it's like having 8 little problem solvers working together. Its arms can taste, feel, and even process visual information. It's like, each limb is an expert in its own right, yet they're all coordinated for one
Mm-hmm.
seamless action.
It's pretty wild when you think about that. And then there's the octopus's escape artistry, sneaking out to hunt and then sliding perfectly back into its tank. Talk about timing and strategy.
Yes, it's like a master thief. They execute nighttime escapes with precision, targeting other tanks and even showing what you might call selective affection, or interestingly, even targeted revenge. It's mind boggling how they manage such feats of both camouflage and strategy.
Speaking of camouflage, isn't it ironic that these creatures can pull off perfect disguises despite lacking what we'd normally associate with complex vision systems?
Right, it's the colorblind paradox. Octopuses change not only their color, but their entire texture to mimic their surroundings perfectly. Rocks, coral, you name it. It's like they're living computers processing visual data directly through their skin cells, which is pretty
Yeah,
futuristic if you ask me.
I love that. That's a perfect segue into how other natural systems mimic technological networks. Take, for instance, trees and their underground fungal networks.
Exactly. Trees are connected by what many call the wood wide web. They share nutrients, water, and even warnings about insect attacks through chemical messaging in the soil and air. It's like a massive organic communication
Mm-hmm.
grid.
That's incredible. So, trees aren't just passive organisms, but active participants in a networked community, almost like a natural internet?
Yes, they're essentially running an underground wireless network that spans entire forests. Mother trees even recognize their offspring and send extra resources to help them thrive. It's a level of cooperation and resource sharing that puts modern network theory to shame,
Yeah,
don't you think?
I do. Though I wonder if it's fair to compare the intricate, evolved behaviors of trees with our engineered networks. After all, nature operates via fundamentally different principles.
That's a great observation. I agree, they're different. Yet both systems represent optimal communication at their respective scales. Nature, in its own way, has been optimizing networks for millions of years, long before we even thought of computers.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, tardigrades are another marvel. Tiny, resilient creatures that are practically indestructible.
Oh, absolutely. Tardigrades are like the ultimate survival experts. They can withstand extreme temperatures, vacuum conditions in space, crushing pressures, even deadly radiation. It's like they can time travel through extreme environments. They enter a state called cryptobiosis, where they effectively shut down until conditions
Yeah,
improve.
It's amazing how these little micro animals can be resurrected after decades in suspended animation. Kind of puts our human fragility into perspective, doesn't it?
Totally. They remind us that evolution can produce forms of resilience that seem almost otherworldly. And then, of course, there's spider silk, nature's ultimate material.
Right. Spider silk is another area where nature outpaces our best engineering. Stronger than steel by weight while remaining incredibly flexible. It's like something out of science fiction.
Exactly. Imagine a strand of spider silk, no thicker than a pencil, that could theoretically stop a Boeing 747 in flight. Spiders produce up to 7 distinct types of silk for different purposes. It all points to an advanced form of biological engineering honed over millions of
Mm-hmm.
years.
And what's really exciting is that scientists are already using these natural blueprints. There are research projects aiming to apply ant colony optimization in business processes and even recreate spider silk in the lab. Do you think we'll catch up to nature's methods anytime soon?
It's a challenge, honestly. Our technology is rapidly improving, but nature's solutions have been refined by evolution. It's like we're trying to reverse engineer millions of years of trial and error. Sometimes it feels as if nature has the upper hand because, well, it always does.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings a humbling perspective. These examples suggest that intelligence isn't just about having a big brain, it's about efficiency, cooperation, and adapting simple rules over time.
Right. Intelligence comes in many forms, whether it's the collective wisdom of an ant colony or the distributed intelligence of an octopus. These natural systems remind us that there are diverse ways to solve complex
Mm-hmm.
problems.
And they offer practical lessons too. Think about business applications. Team management can take cues from how ants collaborate or how trees communicate across networks. It's like building a culture of distributed, efficient decision making.
Exactly. Implementing simple, consistent rules can have a huge compounding effect over time. It's akin to laying a strong foundation that supports innovation and resilience, whether in nature or businesses.
Yeah, it's fascinating how these natural strategies, from chemical communication to camouflage, provide not only biological insights, but also inspire technological advances like better internet algorithms or revolutionary materials. Is this the future you see?
Definitely. The technologies of tomorrow will likely be built on the blueprints nature perfected long before humans appeared. It's almost like nature is our mentor, teaching us about efficiency and adaptation, whether we're designing communication networks or advanced materials.
Mm-hmm. I love that idea. Imagining a future where our tech mimics these natural systems. It's such a shift from traditional thinking, right?
Yeah, it really flips our perspective. Once we start appreciating the myriad forms of natural intelligence, from ant algorithms and octopus camouflage to tardigrade survival tricks and spider silk engineering, we begin to see that the smartest solutions aren't always the ones we designed, but those that have been refined in nature over eons.
Yeah, I have to say though, I sometimes wonder if our human bias blinds us to recognizing intelligence in forms that don't mirror our own. Do you think we're too focused on brain size rather than the overall sophistication of a system?
Absolutely, and that's a key takeaway. We often equate intelligence solely with human like consciousness, ignoring the fact that many of these systems operate on principles of distributed processing and simple rules that lead to complex outcomes. It's like intelligence is more about the process than the package.
Mm-hmm. That's such an important point. It's a respectful reminder that nature's way of solving problems has far less to do with a big brain and much more with cooperation, adaptation, and evolutionary refinement.
Right, and as we continue to study these natural systems, we're not only learning about biology, but also unlocking secrets that could transform everything from material science to global communication networks. Nature truly is the ultimate teacher.
Absolutely. Each discovery, from ant colonies optimizing routes without a central command to trees and their underground internet, challenges us to rethink what intelligence means.
Exactly, and maybe even makes us question if humans are truly the smartest species on the planet. After all, nature's solutions have been tested, refined, and proven over millions of years.
Yeah, I love that perspective. It's humbling yet inspiring. It's like in every corner of the natural world, there's a lesson waiting to be applied to our own challenges.
For sure. And as research continues, who knows what breakthroughs we'll discover by simply observing nature. There's a vast realm of untapped genius all around us, just waiting for us to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. In the end, these marvels, from ant colonies to tardigrades, remind us that intelligence isn't a one-size-fits-all trait. There are many paths to smart solutions. Some are tiny, some are distributed, and some even defy our conventional logic entirely.
Absolutely. So, let's keep our eyes open and our minds curious, because every time we look closer, nature is ready to teach us something new. Thanks for this intriguing discussion, and here's to learning from the original geniuses.
Yeah,